guys, it is 9 o'clock on a Friday and it's time for a Christmas special, review show special with me and... him. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
He's Ryland. Guys, normally Ryland only joins me on a Wednesday, but we've managed to convince him to join me on a Friday just as a one-off. Now, I know we normally do the review show revisited on a Friday, but they will return next Friday. This Friday, we wanted to do an Alakazam review show special on Christmas tricks. And I managed to convince Ryland to dress up like an elf. I was like, dude.
Elfie.
I know, he's even got elfie shoes on and everything. It's amazing. And we wanted to do this because Alakazam have just released a whole bunch of Christmas-themed tricks, right? And a lot of people have been asking us, are they any good? We didn't want to delay it too long because obviously if you're buying these tricks, it's going to be done in the Christmas period. So it's going up today. So we've got 4 tricks to look at. All of these are available.
Christmas Eve.
No, it's not Christmas Eve, you muppet.
Yeah, I'm sure Christmas is on the Saturday.
I don't know. Anyway, we've got 4 tricks that we're going to be looking at this week. All of them have been brought out by Alakazam, Ryland's favourite magic company, and all of them are themed to Christmas. So, join me, Craig, and Elf Ryland as we look at the Alakazam Christmas range. Okay, so the first trick we're going to be looking at is Snowman by Gary SUMPTER, STEVO Watson, Ace Magic Studios, Alakazam Magic, a whole bunch of different names on there. The whole idea is it's a Snowman, a super visual, easy to perform packet trick with a festive twist. Includes naughty and nice endings. So, what is this?
I did the nice ending.
You did the nice ending, but we'll show them the naughty ending in a bit. This is basically a packet trick all themed around Christmas. It's all themed about building a snowman, isn't it? Yeah. And you're going to perform it. So we've already filmed performance. We're going to show you a full performance of this, and then we're going to talk about what we think. So let's have a look at the full performance right now.
I've got 4 Christmas cards here with snowflakes on.
They are very Christmassy.
Yeah, and one of my favourite things is building a snowman in the snow.
I love building snowmen.
You hate it.
I hate the snow. I hate the snow.
This is how to build a snowman really good.
Okay.
This is the stuff you need. You need a hat, a scarf, sticks, a carrot, and some eyes, and then the little other stones for the mouth.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to put that stuff there. Now the other stuff that you need to go and get a snowball.
Yeah.
You're going to need to get another one. And another one.
3 snowballs.
3 snowballs. And then you shoot them at the stuff.
You shoot them at the stuff?
Well, you build them up.
Yeah.
You build them up. And then you build the snowman. But so you should have left nothing.
What?
Nothing, because I've just shot the snowballs are here, which makes a snowman.
That's really cool.
Look, there are the balls, there's the hat, there's the scarf, there's the sticks, there's the buttons for the mouth, and bellies, and eyes, the carrot for the nose.
Very cool. Okay, so that is a full performance of Snowman. You did a great job there, right? Very, very good. And that's what it is. Like, it's an instant reset. It's just like a really visual packet trick. Let me ask you some questions because you learnt it. First of all, is it easy?
Yes.
There is only one move in there that's a little tricky. You've got to do a triple lift in there, haven't you?
Yeah, that's the only move.
I mean, there's the frustration count, but that's an easy move.
Yeah, but that's easy.
Yeah, so it's really just the frustration. It's really just the triple lift, which isn't very difficult with a small packet anyway, to be honest. Other than that, there's no other moves, is there? There's no other moves. You don't need a table. You can do it completely without a table if you want to. It can't be examined at the end, which is a consideration. I don't know whether people would want to examine it or not. I haven't done it in the real world. I don't think they will, to be honest, because that final card that changes into the actual snowman, they can examine that card, can't they? But I don't think examinability is an issue. Other than that, it's it is what it is. You just saw the performance. What do you think of it?
I think it's very good.
You like it? I think it's very good.
This trick's very good.
I really do like this. Now, one thing that I want to point out, let me just put the instruction card back in here. You do get 2 cards with this. So you get the normal snowman card.
Can I do the trick The naughty one.
Well, you can show that they've already seen the trick, but you can show them the naughty card. So it's just a slight variation on the end. So whoever's built this snowman has built it wrong. Do you want to go over and show it to them? Go over and show it to them. Go on then.
And they've built it wrong, and you could say, I always built it wrong, and I put the carrot at the bottom.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. So you can have that as a funny ending depending on the environment you're performing in. One thing that I'd say with regards to the handling, it's all taught by Wayne. It's a fantastic Wayne Goodman. It's a fantastic tutorial. It's only like 6 minutes long, but that's all you need. One thing that I would say is, and they never mentioned this on the tutorial, I think it would be better to do a diminishing lift sequence instead of a frustration count. And you could do that very, very easily. So if you do you've never learned it, I can teach it you though. You show the stuff and you put it into their hand or whatever. Now instead of doing the frustration count at this point, you'd say you need 3 snowballs and you do the diminishing lift sequence. That's snowball number 1, that's snowball number 2, and that's snowball number 3. So you do the 3 snowballs, and then just by doing that, you can then have them disappear, and you can do the same thing again now. So you can do the first snowball vanishing, the second snowball vanishing, and the third snowball vanishing. To be honest, if I was going to do this, I think I'd do that instead, just because I think it's a little bit more deceptive than doing the frustration count twice. I know that this is kind of the big finale and that's where the attention is, but I just personally, I think I'd rather do a diminishing lift sequence. Outside of that, that's it. I mean, it's very easy to do. I'm gonna carry this around with me just because I do find myself in situations quite a lot where people say, "Oh, have you got anything themed to Christmas?" when I'm doing close up. And although
that massive Christmas bar thingy that you
we have, but that's not close up, is it?
No,
that's stage. The thing that I'd say about this is, when I first saw it, I thought, well, this is a bit of a kid's trick. This is a trick for kids. But I think this would work for adults as well. You know, you talk about how, hey, one of your favourite things when you were a kid was building snowman. Do you remember building snowman? Let me show you something. I've got a picture of a snowman here. I genuinely
This is how you
don't.
build it.
I think that a lot of people are going to think, oh, this is just a trick for kids. But I think in the right time, right place, you bring this out. This is
Do it on Christmas Day.
Well, you know what?
Retro restaurant.
I've got at least about 10 gigs over Christmas that are all Winter Wonderland themed. And I think pulling this out in a Winter Wonderland themed thing and just doing it, you don't need a table, walk
10
around
gigs?
it. 10 Winter Wonderland themed gigs. It's crazy.
On the Christmas Day.
No, I'm not doing 10 gigs on Christmas Day, you ginormous muppet. Over the December period, I have 10 Winter Wonderland. A lot of military balls and a lot of corporates, they kind of have that whole Winter Wonderland thing. That thing that we're doing on New Year's Eve is Winter Wonderland. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm going to give this 90%. I think this is really good.
90.
What are you giving it?
120.
120, obviously. 120% from Ryland, 90% from me. It's a really fun little packet trick that you'll literally be doing 10 minutes after opening up the package. Okay, so next up we have Christmas Miracle, again by Gary SUMPTER and STEVO Watson, Ace Magic Studios, Alakazam Magic. What we have here is an incredible Christmas-themed mentalism effect. Your spectator is shown a selection of Christmas images through a simple routine. They make all the decisions, but somehow they manage to find the matching pairs. Super easy, no sleight of hand, includes 25 custom designed cards. And he's right. He's absolutely right. Whoever wrote that copy is right. It is super simple. It is super easy to do. The method that's at play here, I have never seen before. So I've never seen this method before, and I've got to be honest, when I was watching Wayne Goodman do it, because again, Wayne did the tutorial for this, when I was watching Wayne Goodman do this, I was kind of fooled. I didn't really know how. I knew it was some sort of self-working procedure thing, but I didn't know what it was. And then I watched it, and yeah, it's great. I'm going to do a performance of it. My presentation is different to Wayne's, just because I think this is, if I was going to do it, this presentation would suit me best. So I'm going to show you that presentation, and then we're going to talk about what we think. Okay, right, so I have here a whole bunch of Christmassy cards. They've got snowflakes on them and they've got little Christmas wreaths. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Now on the other side, we've got different things that you might think of at Christmas. These are different presents that people like to buy for, friends and relatives and so on and so forth. You've got a cuddly reindeer. Yeah, I mean, they're repeated more than once. There's a load of stuff in here. There's a Christmas tree, presents. I think we've got candy canes in there. So there's Father Christmas. I do think we've got candy canes. There are some candy canes. There's loads and loads of different pictures all the way throughout, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give them a bit of a mix-up. And there's a reason that I have these cards here, right? And the reason is Santa Claus is getting on a bit, isn't he? I mean, he's not a young man anymore. And one day he's going to need to be replaced. And you are obviously an elf. So I thought maybe one day you could take over as Santa.
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. But the thing is, there's certain things that you can learn as Santa. Like you can learn to fly a sleigh. You can learn to do all that sort of stuff. You can learn to climb down a chimney. But what you can't learn is the ability to know what present what person has. That's just something you can either got or you're not. And some people do it all the time. And it's really important. Could you imagine on Christmas morning if you woke up and you had like a Peppa Pig stuffed toy? I mean, that wouldn't be a great present. Well, you'd be like, this is rubbish, Santa. You're rubbish. So you've got to make sure, like Santa will know to bring you some magic or some Lego or a Switch game or something or some football stuff. Santa knows. So you have to be able to do that. So I'm going to use these cards to test to see if you're any good at doing that thing. So first of all, give them a cup. Just give them a cup and complete the cup. Very good. And do you want to cut again or are you happy? Or?
I'm happy.
Okay, we'll do one more cut. I want it to try to make it as equal as possible. Good lad. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to turn these face up. So we've got some face up, some face down, right?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do here is we're going to eliminate, you are going to eliminate any 3 cards. And then whatever the 2 cards are that are left, we're going to put them together. We're going to keep doing that until we run out of cards. So if you want to eliminate a face-up card, put it there. If you want to eliminate a face-down card, put it there. So we'll start. Let's get rid of 3 cards. So which card do you want to eliminate first? That one or that one?
That one.
Okay, so that's 1. And the second one?
That one.
That one and that one. So that's 3, yeah? Now, if you go in different directions, if you'd done all 3 from there or all 3 from there, would have ended up with 2 completely different cards. But we'll put these 2 together. Let's do it again. Let's get rid of another 3. What do you want? 1 from there?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you're going to go all from there. 1, 2, 3. Brave choice. And we're going to put these 2 together here. Okay? Let's do it again. Eliminate 3.
1.
Yep.
2, 3.
2, 3. And we'll take these 2 and we'll put these 2 together. Let's do it again. What you got now?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Like that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll put these 2 together. I don't think there's really enough left to do. There's only 4. So, think about this. And really do think about this. You had a free choice of any of these, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Like, if you'd have eliminated different piles of different cards, you would have ended up with different outcomes, but you've ended up with these right here. Let's see how you did. So, first of all, this is a little boy that lives in America, specifically in Kansas. And he asked Santa for a toy Santa, like a cuddly Santa Claus. Let's see if he got it right. You got a Santa Claus. Well done. Now, this is a little girl in Australia, and she wanted a cuddly reindeer. And what did you get her? Cuddly reindeer. Wow. Now, this person here is in Japan, and she had a sweet tooth, and she wanted candy canes. And you got candy canes. And then finally, this is a little boy in Doncaster in England, and he loves trees, so he wanted a miniature tree that he could play with all year round. And you got him a miniature tree. Ryland, I'm seriously thinking that you, my friend, could be the next Santa Claus. So that's the trick, Ryan. What do you think of it?
I think it's very good.
It's cool, isn't it? I think, like I said to you before, it lives and dies by making sure that people understand exactly what you're wanting them to do. It's actually a very clever method, and it's very fooling, and the presentation makes sense of the whole thing. But I think you need to get the audience to absolutely understand why you're getting them to eliminate the cards and all that sort of stuff. But the presentation itself, as I said, Wayne does a completely different presentation about opening presents on Christmas Day. You can check that out on the Alakazam site. The presentation I did kind of made sense for me. The only thing that you need to be aware of is you are going to need some table space for this, because there is quite a little bit of table space required. But in terms of method, it's completely self-working. Yeah. Like, you learnt it immediately. It's self-working, very, very easy to do. You literally follow the procedure and you do the trick. which is what's really nice about it. No angles. Everything's examinable as well, which is really nice. Everything's completely examinable at the end. There is a little bit of a reset. It's not long, but it's probably about a 20-second reset. You can reset it openly in front of the audience. So as you're talking, when you finish the trick, you can just kind of be playing with the cards and you can reset it in front of the audience.
Yeah.
But that's something that you need to be aware of. But because there is a stack to this set of cards, it means that there is a bonus trick. So what you can do is you can get them to pick a card, and you can tell them, no, because I've not got it set up. But you can get them to pick a card, and you can tell them what card they're thinking of.
Yes.
So you can start off by getting them to pick a card, tell them what card they're thinking of, and then from there, you can go into the routine I showed you. The other thing, which Wayne doesn't mention, that I think is absolutely awesome about this, is that you can do Will the Jacks match with these sets of cards.
Will the Jacks tree.
Will the Trees match. You can do Will the Trees match, because Will the Jacks match is one of my favourite tricks. I love performing it all the time. I do it with lots of different things. And you can do Will the Trees match, and I think that Will the Jacks match is a really nice follow-up to the actual trick that Gary and STEVO put together. Let me show you what you do with Will the Trees match. So let's just say you've finished the first phase, and so you get 5 sets of cards. So it'd look like this. So you'd say, So you'd say, So you'd say, Ryland, I've got 5 sets of cards. So each set of cards has the same thing: a present, candy canes, Santa Claus, Rudolph, and a tree. And it's the same here: a tree, Rudolph, Santa Claus, candy canes, and the other one. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 5 here, and I'm going to put 5 here, and we're going to play a game. It's going to be called Will the Trees Match. We're going to see if you can match up the 2 trees. You did such a good job earlier on matching up the presents. Let's see if you can match the trees up. I'm going to spell out the words, Will the Trees Match. For every letter that I spell, you're going to point to a packet. Whichever packet you point to, I'll put the card from the top to the bottom. Whatever the top 2 cards are, we're going to put them to one side. Okay, so we'll start with Will. W, point to a packet. W, I, L, and L. So that's Will. So we'll put those 2 cards together. Don't know how you did, we'll see. Now the T. Okay, H, E. There, this one, yeah? And we'll put these 2 cards together. Think about this. If you pointed to different packets, it would be a completely different outcome. There's no way I can influence you in any way. So we've got Will there. Now let's do trees. T, R, E, E, S. So we've got Will the Trees. And then we'll go for the final one. Match. M, A, T, C, H. So you got Will the Trees Match, and then obviously these 2 we're going to put together. So let's have a look. You made all the decisions, didn't you? You decided what cards to put where. You decided everything. We know this is a tree, but check this out, Ryland. Look at this. The 2 trees match, but, you know, we already said that you are amazing at this. So not only did you match the 2 trees, the 2 Santas match as well. The 2 presents match as well. The 2 Rudolphs match as well. The 2 candy canes match as well. You got a perfect match. And then if you think about this, doing that as a follow-up to the other routine makes the reset easier, because now all I have to do is go here, 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 and then I've done half the deck. I just need to do a couple more and I've reset the trick. So by following up with that trick, not only are you doing a nice follow-up trick that makes sense, but you're actually resetting the deck in front of them. So there you go. I would personally do the Christmas Miracle and follow it up with Will the Trees Match.
Will the Trees Match.
Yeah, I mean, what's not to love? It's a nice little packet trick.
Will the Santas Match.
No, too many letters. You can do trees. There you go. Right, it's really easy to do. There's no skill. There's a lot of presentational opportunities. You can add extra routines into it with the cards provided. It is absolutely a Christmas theme, and it looks really good as well. The cards look really good. They're really well made.
You could do Will the Candy Match.
Yeah, you could do Will the Candy Match. Yeah. So there you go. What do you think? Do you want to give it a rating and tell everyone what you think?
I'm gonna give it. Well, you know.
You're gonna give it 120%. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's very good.
You think it's very good? What's your favourite? This one or the snowman one?
Snowman.
The snowman one, because you like visual magic, right? And that's more visual. Okay. I actually prefer this one, although I do like the snowman one. I love the fact that this is examinable and there's a lot more you can do with it. They're both good. I'm going to give this 95%. I think it's a great little trick and it's highly recommended. So next up, we have Snowflakes. Snowflakes, an amazing Christmas mentalism effect. A selection of Christmas images is shown. Your spectator has a free choice of any card. No marked card, yet incredibly, you will always know which festive thought they have in mind. Super easy to do. So yeah, I mean, this fooled you when I showed it you. And you were like, how's that work? Which I was surprised at, because you use this method in other things, and yet it fooled you. I'm going to get Ryland to perform it for you so you can have a look at it and see what it's like. And then we'll do a full review of the trick.
I've got some Christmas cards here. Okay, now it's got some of my favourite things on. Like an elf.
That looks like you.
The three kings. An angel.
Looks like Theo.
Yeah.
Christmas lights.
Yeah, Christmas lights. Father Christmas. Wine.
Your favourite thing is wine?
No, it's Mummy's favourite thing. For Mummy's. I'll put that there for Mummy. The snow globe. Santa Claus in his
sleigh. Look at the face there. Is Mummy an alcoholic? Yeah. Go on.
Now I'm going to just give these a little mix up.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't to pick any card.
Anyone at all?
Anyone.
I'm going to go for that one right now.
That one. Now, look. Have a look. I'll look away.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. Turn it over so I can't see. I'm going to tell you what it is.
No way.
Is it the Santa Claus in the night sky? In a sleigh?
It is Santa in a sleigh in the night sky. That was amazing. That was a fluke.
No, it wasn't. I'll do it again.
Really?
Yeah. Pick anyone.
Anyone?
Anyone.
I'm going to go for that one right there. Give it me.
One.
Can I look at it again?
Yeah, I'll turn over. No, don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
Yeah, don't look at it.
So why are you turning around then?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm not looking at it. I'm going to cover it up.
It's Father Christmas.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It's the elf.
It's not.
No, it's the elf.
It's not.
It's Father Christmas. Ah! Well done. That's very, very good. Okay, so what you saw there is what it is. It is literally a mentalism trick with cards. I believe that it's based on Common Sense, I think they said, by Peter Nardi, which I've never seen before. It's a really interesting premise. It's a really interesting idea. There's no memory work either, really, is there? I mean, there's something that you need to do. When I told you how it works and I said how the method is, you were like, oh no, I'm going to have to memorize something else. But you don't really have to memorize anything, do you? How it works, there's no memorization, really. You could literally watch the performance for this, watch the tutorial with Wayne Goodman doing the tutorial, and within like probably 15 minutes, you're going to have this whole thing down and you'll be able to do exactly what Ryland did. Well, I showed you the method. How quickly were you able to do it?
Quickly.
Like literally within 5 minutes, you were showing it to Thea, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. My one problem with it is, it's not a problem, but you could do this same trick that you just showed me with the Christmas Miracles cards. You could do that same, you could do this same trick. Yes, you could do the same trick. You can have them pick a card, you can have them look at it, and you can tell them what card it is. Now, yeah, you could. Now, the difference is there's more images here, and there's lots and lots of different images. But, I mean, there's more cards in that one. You'd probably still get a great reaction doing it with that deck than this deck. And then if you did it with that deck, you don't have to carry two things around with you.
But that's got more images.
But this has got more images, so that's the thing you need to bear in mind. The thing is, you just saw Ryland do a really good performance of this. What you saw is what it is. There's no secret. There's no hidden bits or anything. It's not gimmicked. Everything is examinable. It's an instant reset. You can repeat it over and over again, and it'll be a different outcome every single time. It's not going to set the world on fire. It's not the most dynamic trick in the world. But if you do it as like an opener into kind of more of a Christmas mentalism set, I think it could be quite good. It reminds me a little bit of the Stroop test in that. You know, you take a small packet of cards out, you show it to them, they have a free choice of any one. The only difference is with the Stroop test, you're predicting it. With this one, you're actually reading their mind. And I think it's nice that you can repeat it again and again and again. I think the thing that makes it really strong is the fact that you can immediately repeat it and it'll be a different outcome every single time. So in that regard, it's a really nice opening routine. And it's one of those tricks, you know, sometimes you learn tricks and you don't do it for like a month or 2 months or 3 months. And then you go back to it and you're like, oh, how do I do that again? And you have to kind of remind yourself how it's done. I don't think you get that with this. I think that you just look at the name of the trick and you'd immediately remember it. If you didn't perform this for a year, because you wouldn't do this in August, would you? If you didn't perform this until next Christmas, I think you'd still immediately be able to pick it up and remember the method and do it straight away.
Would you remember this one?
No, I think the Christmas Miracle, I'd have to remind myself, because there's a bit of procedure. I'd have to remember what I'm doing.
Would you remember the order?
I'd remember the order. Yeah, the order's easy. So yeah. Don't tell them the order. But yeah, I mean that's. What do you think? You give me some thoughts on this, Ryan, and I want to know what you think.
I think it's very good.
You think it's very good?
Yes.
No table required.
No.
You can do it anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah. No table required. Easy to do. Instant reset. Different outcome every single time. Very high quality cards. They look great. They feel great. They're going to last a long time. The tutorial with Wayne was very good. I'm going to give this, out of all 3 of the Christmas tricks, this is the one that I'd probably be less likely to do. I'm going to give it 79%. I like it, but I don't
give it.
I know. I like it.
I really like it. It's one of.
Is this your favourite?
No.
No. Is it still the Snowman one that's your favourite?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one is up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give
120%.
120%. I would definitely do the Christmas Miracle. I'd definitely do the packet trick. This one I probably wouldn't do. I'm going to give it 79% because I wouldn't do it. But I'm not saying it's not good. It's very good. It's just not for me. So I'm going to give it 79%. But it is recommended. It's a good trick. It's just not one that I would do. Okay?
Yeah.
Right, so the last trick that we're going to look at the
It's not a Christmas trick.
The last trick we're going to look at the
It's not a Christmas trick.
Shut up. The last trick we're going to look at
It's
in
not
the
a Christmas trick.
I'm trying to talk. For the Alakazam Christmas special is A Cut Above by Andy Smith, which is a new download that's come out through Alakazam. And yes, you are right. This is not necessarily marketed as a Christmas trick, but we always do 4 tricks in the review show. Alakazam only brought out 3 Christmas tricks, and I needed to throw something in, and this is new, and this has only just come out. And I can make this into a Christmas trick.
How?
Just by thinking on my feet and coming up with a presentation. It won't be hard. I can come up immediately right now with a really cool presentation to make this Christmassy.
Don't think you could.
I can. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so this is a download. You can get it directly from Alakazam. It's not a physical product, so you can learn it immediately. It is a really cool 4 ace cutting trick. And there's a lot of advantages over this, with this ace cutting trick, than a lot of other ace cutting tricks, and like serious major advantages. What I'm going to do is I'm going to perform it for you with a Christmas theme attached to it so that it fits with the theme of the show. And then I'm going to talk about what I think about this. Spoiler, I think it's great. Did you know that Santa loves playing cards?
No.
Yeah, he does. Santa. Well, he's got nothing to do most of the year. He's just like sitting there. He works 1 day a year. He gets bored. He plays cards a lot. And the other person who plays cards a lot is the Grinch. Now, obviously, you know the Grinch. He's always trying to stop Christmas because he doesn't like Christmas, right? Do you want to hear the story about the time that Santa almost didn't get to deliver presents to all the boys and girls, and the Grinch almost stopped Christmas?
Yeah.
Well, what happened is the Grinch broke into the North Pole on Christmas Eve. And Santa was getting ready to go and deliver all the presents, and he had a pack of cards, and he was just taking his cards and he was just cutting them. He was just doing some cuts, and he was just doing some shuffles, and he was just messing around. And the Grinch went up behind him and went boom! And Santa was quite scared, and he said, "What are you doing here, Grinch?" And the Grinch said, "Well, I am here to stop Christmas once and for all." And Santa said, "You will never stop Christmas." And the Grinch said, "Aha, this is where you're wrong. You see, Santa, you like playing cards, and I like playing cards. So we're going to have a little game. And the game is this. You're going to cut the deck 4 times. And you have to cut, and we're going to look at your 4 cards. And if I'm then going to cut the deck 4 times, and we're going to look at my 4 cards. And if my 4 cards are higher than your 4 cards, then I'm going to stop Christmas, and you're not allowed to deliver the presents. And Santa went, okay, I'll take your bet. Because Santa knew that there was no way the Grinch could stop Christmas. So what happened is the Grinch cut 4 times, and he had good hand. He had like a jack and a king, and he had a 10, and he had a 9. Like really high cards. And the Grinch was laughing. And the Grinch thought, ha 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 ha, there's no way I can lose this. And then Santa said, right, let me have a go. Now what I want you to do, Ryland, you're going to play the part of Santa, and I want you to cut into 4 piles like that. Can you do that for me?
I'm Santa.
You are Santa. So you are going to play the role of Santa. So I want 4 piles. 1, 2, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4 piles. Very good, little Santa. There you go. Very good, little Santa. So you could have cut anywhere, couldn't you? You could have cut. You could have cut anywhere. We could anywhere at all. Let's see where you cut. You cut to this card here. You cut to this card here. You cut to this card here, and you cut to this card here. And all the time while this was happening, the Grinch was laughing. He's like, there's no way Santa's going to beat me. And Santa turned over the first card, and it was an ace. And the Grinch started looking a little bit worried. Santa then turned over the second card. It was an ace, and the Grinch was looking very worried. Santa turned over the next card, and it was an ace. And the Grinch was looking really scared now. And then Santa turned over the last card, and it was a 4. And the Grinch started laughing, and he said, ha ha ha, 4. That's the lowest card. I win. And Santa said, no, that's an indicator card, because you see, that's a 4. And if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, I get the final ace. And that is why Santa delivered all the presents to all the boys and girls that year. And that is why the Grinch never ruined Christmas. And that's why every year you will always have presents underneath your Christmas tree. So there you go.
Okay, fair play.
Fair play. That was Christmassy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was way Christmassy. I had the Grinch in there. I had Santa Claus in there. I had Saving Christmas. That is Christmassy. Now, let me tell you why I love this, and I really do love this. This is probably the best ace cutting trick I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of them.
Ace cutting.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them. Now, for many, many years, I've done like lots of different versions. I've done versions by John Bannon, John Carey, and they're all amazing, and I will continue to do them.
But this is your favourite.
Yeah, and there's a reason why. A lot of the time with ace cutting tricks, you have to position cards in certain sections, or you have to hold breaks and stuff in order to load cards on and off packets. Or you have to do a table pickup of like 4 cards as one, which is kind of really difficult. Or you have to do a lot of palming and various versions like that. And then you're probably thinking, well, what about something like Estimation Aces by Paul Gordon? Well, that's great, but the spectator's not doing the cutting, you are. When you're thinking about a spectator cuts the aces, this is a very devious... There you go. It's a very... Oh, right, yeah. It's a very devious method. It really is. Like, really, really devious. Let me tell you what's great about this. So, first of all, there's a nominal setup. You just need to make sure that you have the 4 aces and 1 other card in position, and you can do that in between routines just by culling.
Doesn't it have to be like a particular card?
Yeah, but you can do that
just a certain value.
Yeah, you can do that just by culling the cards, though. You know what I mean? You can just literally, in between performances, you can just cull, boom, job done. Or you can use this as an opening routine. Either or is absolutely fine. Or the other thing that you could do, by the way, that I was thinking of is, and Andy doesn't talk about this on the download, but it's worth noting that if I've just done an ace production, right? So let's say I've cut the aces. Let's say I've just done...
Or you do the twist of the aces.
Yeah, whatever.
But they all go face down.
Yeah, exactly. I've just done something with the aces. If I just literally do that, right? And then so anyone who's got this, do a bluff shift, okay? So it looks like the cards are going into the middle of the deck, into 4 different places, like this. Do a bluff shift. You're now, just by cutting, it looks like I've lost the aces into the pack, right? But in actual fact, the aces are now set up, ready to do the trick. So if you know a bluff shift, you can do that, and you can lose the aces into the pack, and then have them cut the deck. So what I like about this is you could do an ace cutting routine where you cut the aces, like, as I say, Estimation Aces by Paul Gordon. That's my favourite. And then you could say, well, hey, would you like to try this? Maybe you would like to try and do this as well. Have you ever done this before? No. You can cut the cards into the pack, and now they're set up into a position where they can cut the deck 4 times, and you're ready for Andy's routine, which I love. This is absolutely 100% going into my act. It's very, very easy to do. There's just one move, a move that I actually use. I use it in Hitchcock Aces by Darwin Ortiz. It's the only time I use that move. I learned it to do that routine, and I never thought about other applications of that move. And then I saw Andy do this, and I was like, damn, that's a clever application of that move. And Andy actually said on the download, he's got other applications of this move. And I really hope that he puts some of those on a download. Maybe he does like a download of ideas with this move, because I love that move. I do it all the time. And I'd love to see his thinking on it. This was very easy for me to learn, because there is only really one move in there. It's not a difficult move, but it's a move that you will need to practice. As I said, I already did the move, so it wasn't difficult for me. You've already told me you want to learn this trick, don't you?
Yeah.
Because I showed it to him and he was completely fooled. He had no idea how it worked. He's already told me he wants to do it. So, you know, I know you like it. But there you go. It's only £4.99. The download's just like £5 or something. It's like ridiculously cheap. And you've got this incredible routine that you can do with a regular shuffle deck of cards. You can go into it anytime, anywhere. It's killer. I'm going to give this 100%. I love all the other stuff on the festive review show special, but this is my favourite trick. I love this. 100%. I think it's brilliant. It's 100% going into my repertoire. Look out for it on a Magic Live and a Magic Short. So I'm going to repurpose this everywhere I can. This is brilliant. 100%. What are you giving it?
120.
Really? Why?
Because it's Alakazam.
Because it's Alakazam and everything gets 120%. Not that you're biased, are you? No, not at all. No. 120% from Ryland, 100% from me. This is really good. Let's wrap this whole thing up.
And that's the first Christmas review show in the back. And that's the first Christmas review show in the back. First one.
The first one, are we done? Good. Right, yes, that is it.
And that's the first Christmas review show in the back.
Can we finish now? It is indeed the first Christmas review show in the bag. I hope you enjoyed this review show special. We will be back next Friday with the normal schedule, which is Review Show Revisited. We'll be back with that next Friday. We just wanted to put this up as soon as possible so that if you guys like any of this and you want to buy it for the Christmas period, you know exactly what it is that you're getting. Also, don't forget, he has Instagram now. You have Instagram now. You have Instagram. He has almost 70 followers. He's very excited.
Yay!
And he's also on YouTube.
Yeah,
You've got 500 subs on your YouTube channel now as well. So if you want to follow Ryland on YouTube or Instagram, you can do so just by following the Kid Magician. Also, don't forget to follow this channel if you haven't already done so. Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We're going to be back again over the weekend. On the weekend, 8 videos in 2 days over the weekend. On the Saturday, at 12 o'clock there's an honest trailer, 2 o'clock there's a short, 6 o'clock there's a live, 9 o'clock there's a interview. And then on Sunday, you got 12 o'clock there's a Q&A, 2 o'clock there's a short, 6 o'clock there's a live, and at 9 o'clock you got a review show special. So,
which is this?
No, this is Friday. There's another review show special.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Me and Luke have got this going. Right, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Bye, everyone. Okay, so can you stop moaning about the elf thing, dude? Because, like, you make a good looking...
My friends see this, I'm dead.
If your friends see this, you're dead. Well, is it not cool being 9 and an elf?
No.
So why was it cool when you were 8 and an elf?
Because I liked it.
You liked it, and you don't like being an elf now?
No, too old.
It fits!
Too short, look.
It fits fine!
What's that then? What's that?
They're not gonna see your feet. They're not gonna see your feet.
What's that?
Okay, it's a little short.
No, it's not.
Okay, just don't worry. Look. You make a really good elf. Can you be a happy elf, please?
No.
What sort of elf are you?
Look.
An angry elf. Oh, I can see your belly.
Too big. No, too small.
You're too big, it's too small.
Yes.
But we're going to do the show now, okay? Can you give me your happy elf look? That's not happy elf. Give me a happy elf look. That's what'll tickle you.